Welcome to Laundromat News Today. I am your news anchor, Jordan Berry, bringing you news from all around the laundromat industry, all around the world. Let's start out in the Big Apple, where if you remember from previous episodes of the news here, there was a parrot that was stolen from a New York City laundromat. And it was very weird, beloved parrot, neighborhood parrot that was stolen. Well, the story gets a little weirder this week, where the stolen parrot was mysteriously returned back to the New York City laundromat. An elderly gentleman who did not match the description of the person who stole the parrot walked back to the laundromat with the parrot in tow and handed it back to the owner and said, "Hey, I don't want to answer any questions. I don't want to get involved, no pictures or anything. I just want to return this parrot." And the owner took the parrot back and reunited, and it feels so good to have the parrot. What's the parrot's name again? Lindo was reunited. So congrats to the New York City community and the owner of the parrot and the laundromat who got that back. I'm just, heartwarming stories just to start your news off for today. Speaking of heartwarming stories, want to shout out a 25-year-old who in New York bought his first laundromat and has been running a laundromat in Queens Village there. We'll link again in the newsletter. We'll link the story. There's a short YouTube video that talks about this 25-year-old who bought his laundromat. And he talks about how, listen, this is in the family for him. He has come from a family of laundromat owners, and he is destined to success. But I love hearing about young people getting involved in our industry, especially at 25. Man, I wish I even thought about buying a laundromat or any business really when I was 25. I was too busy goofing around, not doing anything financially productive. So congrats to this guy who bought his first laundromat at 25. Okay, let's roll to the West Coast, West Side, Best Side. Come on now. And back at home here in SoCal, in LA, where we have got news that Tide Cleaners has been rolling into town with their first locations, serving Santa Monica, Redondo Beach, Studio City, in and around Los Angeles. So there's a husband and wife, Megan and John Mutt, probably not in that order, it's a wife and husband probably, who have got this franchise, been working with Tide to bring those in. Now, this is dry cleaners that's coming in there, but you better believe laundromats are on the way to a market near you. So again, I just want to reiterate, people are noticing this is a good business here, and people with big money are noticing this is a good business. So we have got to, as independent owner and operators, up our game. We've got to take care of our operations, make sure we're running sharp businesses here. We've got to make sure our branding is on point. We've got to make sure we're utilizing technology, gathering the data and using that data to make good business decisions. The game has been upped. The gauntlet has been thrown down. I don't know. But anyways, we've got to bring our A games here. So you've been getting fair warning here for a while. And at some point here, you're going to start to see how this big money is rolling in with big data and is going to steamroll us if we're not careful here. But listen, we've got time. We've got the ability to shore up our businesses, to build loyalty in our communities, and to make a difference along the way. Speaking of making a difference, TLC is doing laundry for the people in Dallas-Fort Worth right now. I'm just kidding. The band TLC is not doing laundry, but No Scrubs Laundry is launching same-day laundry service in Dallas-Fort Worth metro area. So just wanted to shout that out. I was going through, I've started doing this series of, I'm going through randomly, I'm just going live randomly on Facebook, on YouTube, on LinkedIn. And I'm talking about these business books that I've been reading over the last however many years, 10 years, personal development books. And I'm going back and I'm trying to contextualize them for us laundromat owners and figure out how do we pull principles out of these well-known or maybe more obscure business books, personal development books. How do we pull out the principles and apply them directly to us as laundromat owners? Mostly it's just for me. Maybe some of you might get something out of it. I just most recently did the book Buy Back Your Time by Dan Martell. Awesome book. It was a mindset shift for me, a game changer. I'll try to put a link to it if you want to take a look at it, and keep an eye out for going live. If you're on, if you subscribe on YouTube, make sure you hit that alert bell if you want to know when I'm going live on those. But anyways, all that to say, one of the books that I've been reading that's on the list that I will be getting to here pretty soon is $100 Million Offers. And one of the principles there is that if you can deliver a result to a customer faster, you will, number one, get more customers, and number two, be able to charge more for it. And listen, no scrubs laundry, not TLC, the band who sings, "No, I don't want no scrubs." Scrub is, I think it was written about me maybe back in the day, but, and I won't ever sing again if you don't want me to, and I wouldn't blame you. But No Scrubs Laundry is offering same day laundry. And they also have membership plans going. So a lot of things, reduce the friction, make it easier for customers, make it faster for customers. These are the things that help you build a business and help you be able to charge more money. So shout out to those guys. Just wanted to highlight what they got going on over there. Speaking of highlighting people, we got to talk about Kenilworth's Bubbles and Baskets laundromat that got some shout out. This is former consulting clients of mine, friends of mine, and former podcast guests of mine, Tara and Darnell Wright, that got highlighted for their pickup and delivery out there in Kenilworth, New Jersey. So shout out to those guys for crushing it. Way to go, guys. And if you haven't checked out their podcast episode, you definitely should check it out because they drop some wisdom and they talk about the whole process that they go through to get this business and to get it operating the way that they want it to. Listen, if you got Spider Wash payment systems out there, that's a card payment system that is available to laundromat owners. Coming at you, they are bringing the ability to utilize your phone payment systems for their, through their service, that tap to pay NFC payment systems that they've got going on. And that's a huge win for Spider Wash utilizers. You utilize that in the industry. Also, feel free to check them out if you're looking for a digital payment system for your laundromat. They're one of the options here in the industry. So shout out to Setomatic Systems who put out Spider Wash for that. And finally, rounding out the news. Listen, we've gone East Coast, we've gone West Coast. We got to head down to Texas, where everything is bigger. Actually, it's not Texas. Oh no, it's Wyoming. Okay, I just got thrown off by the cow skull entrance to this. Laundromat here in Wyoming, not Texas. But Chuck Bryant, who owns laundromat there in Wyoming, has got and has had for a while a giant, I think it's like 25-foot cow skull that you pass through. Oh, it's 15-foot tall cow skull that you pass through to get into the laundromat. He likes it because, and I actually like this too, in a lot of like Greek mythology, there's this concept of passing over to the other side to go retrieve something or some kind of quest to the other side, and just this sort of gate, mythology or this gate imagery that you got. So that's why he's got that. But to get to the point here a little faster, sorry. Chuck Bryant's laundromat that you have to pass through a cow skull to get into is hosting an art gallery in his laundromat, which I think is just super cool. Again, I just love shouting out these things because, listen, again, we can utilize our laundromats for a whole lot more than laundry to make an impact, whether that's through the arts, whether that's through giving back, community development. We've featured a lot of stories of different ways that owners are giving back with their laundromats. We'd love to hear more. So if you're doing something to give back in your community and you want that shout out, send us an email, news@laundromatresource.com, and let us know what you got going on. And as always, if you've got some sort of a press release or, whether that's for your company or your laundromat specifically, we'd love to hear about it and shout out here on Laundromat News Today. So send us an email, news@laundromatresource.com. laundromat.com with your stories, big and small, about your specific laundromat or about your company that's serving the laundromat industry. We'd love to feature it here for free on the news. I'm Jordan Berry for Laundromat News Today. Hopefully you've got some good news from around the world and can apply some of that to your businesses. We will see you next week with the news. Peace.